I hate foreigner. I hate Krikamba. I hate Kwara. I hate Zai Zai. I don't like foreigner. Foreigner must go to their country. I hate foreigners. I am xenophobic. I hate, again, I hate times and times. I don't know how many times. I hate foreigners. I am xenophobic. I don't like foreigner because foreigners, I don't have a child because of foreigner. Ramaphosa, take these foreigners to their country right now.
Welcome, Kosazani. You speak right on time. I just had a slight. How do you feel? Take care of. I'm happy. South Africans are happy. I'm happy. Were you expecting this, by the way? Yeah, very much. I know how much we're tired of this issue, so I was. How is the feeling? How is the feeling? How do you feel when you see better. So many people that hit at your call? I feel better when the drugs are out of here. That's when I feel better. Thank you so much. If you know yourself that you're not South African, please all these nurses and doctors, they are here for South Africans. Please stand up. Please, if you're not South African, come with me. Come. Come with me. Come. Or you can go to Unjani, Blockade, or Obuchila Hospital. Go. Hey, pass. Because Zimbabwe, you run past and go to the border. Hurry.
I see a lot of South Africans are trying to justify this to the whole world. But there's no way you can justify this. Because what you are doing is simply wrong. And the whole world is watching. And you are playing a dangerous game. Because you are turning the whole Africa against you. Given your situation, that is a very dangerous thing to do. There has to be a better way you can fix that problem. One of them is education and awareness. Educate your community about how the economy works so they can find the root cause of that problem. Violence is not the answer. And you're causing a lot of division. Follow for more.
So, if you are a South African in Nigeria, just know that you are safe. We are too intelligent to behave like Dudula Jacinta. Nigerians are one of the smartest in UK. Nigerians are one of the smartest, most educated in America. Nigeria is topping the chart in music. Every World Cup program in Nigeria represents Africa. Even boxing, MMA, football, we have Victor Osimhen. Athletics, we have Amusa, the fastest female in the world. Even in bodybuilding, we have the Olympians who are Nigerians. And even recently, Nigeria provided oil and gas for the entire Africa when the whole world turned against the whole Africa. That is because we are what? The giant of what? Of Africa. We even still provided oil and gas for the Dudula nation of South Africa. We did not even care about their xenophobic act. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are a South African and you have business here in Nigeria, be rest assured, whether you're a South African, whether you're a Ghanaian, be rest assured that nobody can destroy your business. Be rest assured that nobody can threaten you. If anybody threatens you, tag Mr. Nollywood in the comment section. We'll call the Nigerian police to pick him up. Nigerian police is not like South African police or Dudula police that will be watching their citizens to be destroying properties of foreign nationals. Nigerian police don't behave like that. So if you are in Nigeria and any Nigerian is threatening you, call us. We will ignite and alert the Nigerian police to go ahead and arrest them. The Nigerian constitution does not allow anybody to threaten anybody. We are not South Africa. So ladies and gentlemen, all African countries, learn your lesson and learn it very well from South Africa. The last Mexico match versus South Africa, the whole of Africa was supporting who? Mexico. Why didn't they support their fellow South Africa? No, because South Africa have beaten the finger that what fed them. So if you are busy driving foreigners out of your country, Africa will go against you. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are South Africa, I repeat again, if you are a South African, you are a Ghanaian, I repeat again, you are safe. You are safe. We are too intelligent to be wiping and beating foreigners in public. We are Nigerians. We are the giant of Africa for a reason. Mr. Nollywood, sign out.
While South Africans are fighting immigrants, somebody is stealing their whole country. And it's not the immigrants. When you look at the actual numbers of people who attended those marches, they were small. The internet has a way of making outrage seem bigger than it actually is. But more importantly, both migrants and people against them are fighting for scraps. And you have to ask, who's actually eating the bread then? Because whilst we're chasing pregnant Zimbabwean women away from clinics for using 200 rands worth of medical supplies, a politician used 150 million rand of COVID funds to buy Smeg appliances and renovate his house. Another used $250 million in public security funds to build a swimming pool. Liam Jacobs has literally made a career out of documenting and calling this type of behavior out. By the way, I saw a comment that said he's literally the Jonasi of Parliament because of how many times he's switched parties. The corruption isn't hidden, you just have to look at the right people. And the scary thing is, it never stops there. It started with Nigerians, and then Zimbabweans. Now people from Limpopo are getting targeted because they don't look South African enough. You're building a hierarchy of who belongs, and once you start doing that, you don't get to control where it ends. That's how you got Rwanda, and that's how you got apartheid. No rational human being commits these things without being convinced that their target isn't fully human. Because this is exactly what's happening in America right now, for largely the same reasons. In the US, you have a working class that's been devastated since manufacturing moved to China, and wages have stagnated for decades. Then the same people who did that to them now point their rage at Mexicans whilst walking away clean. MAGA isn't a working class revolution, it is working class rage that has been redirected. And someone in South Africa is doing the exact same thing. They're making sure that the anger of people in the townships, legitimate, real, valid anger after 30 years of so-called liberation, where their land hasn't been distributed and their minds still aren't theirs, they're making sure that that anger is being aimed at Somalians instead of Santon. And what makes this worse is who's being targeted. The ANC's entire armed struggle was conducted in exile, in Zimbabwe, in Mozambique. Those frontline states fed, housed, and protected South African liberation fighters, and they were bombed for it. They had acts of war committed against them for standing with South Africa, and now we're turning away and deporting Ghanaians because we think they're gonna steal our jobs. These are diplomatic wounds that make one thing clear: South Africa is not for Africans. That's why it was so easy to support Mexico in the World Cup. By the way, I'm gonna leave this here for the rest of the video. And listen, June 30th will come and go. You will still have potholes, and medical funds will still be used for politician holidays. Getting rid of immigrants deals with the symptoms, not the disease. Pouring water on one burning branch doesn't stop the whole tree from burning. Political action doesn't feel as sexy and revolutionary as a march or a protest. It doesn't feel like enough of a silver bullet. But you've had the same ruling party ever since independence, and somehow anger never seems to land there. Hate is a very powerful unifying force. Somebody knows that, and somebody is using it.
As a result of the March and March, a lot of businesses in South Africa are starting to collapse, especially the taxi industry. Watch this video.
This is very low actually. It's very low, very, very much low. There is no people at all. We used to take plus minus 5-10 minutes to load a taxi. Now we take 45 minutes. There is nothing we have worked for. Today is a very bad day economically. You understand? We are not gonna make anything whatsoever. It's just, but I think, according to my understanding, I think it was supposed not to have been handled in this way. You understand? Government to government, they were supposed to have sat down and see how they can solve these problems, because each and every foreigners has got their own embassy here in South Africa. If they were maybe documented inside our country, it was going to be much better without being chased away. But if they have gone to their countries and came back with the papers or documentation, is still fine, but we are still going to suffer, because they are not going to come back tomorrow. They will still take time to fix their documentation in their own countries and come back. Some of them, they will not come back, you understand? Also here in this street, I think we are seeing shops closed, you understand? It's not only here, generally it's all over. You understand? Now, which means we do not own anything whatsoever. These shops are theirs, for foreigners. Economically, we are going to suffer, South Africans. Maybe we will build, it's a learning curve from today onwards, how we are going to rebuild our country, how we are going to make sure that economically we uplift ourselves.
It's difficult. It's difficult, man. It's very, very, very difficult. We have only more than 15 cars from early in the morning. I was here from 4 o'clock until now. I never get a load. It's difficult. It's difficult. The business is down. I'm thinking about the new cars we have bought. We're not going to make it. We are not going to make it. We are not going to pay the car installment. If we can live like this, there is no business. It's going to be difficult. The foreigners, we must live with them. If we want our economics to go up, we must live with the foreigners. If they go back to their countries, it's going to be no business, no investment. All the shops are around here, they are closed. Where are people going to?
Today is very quiet. There's no any business. There's no any business at all. The shops, they are closed. Even if you can see by the streets here, there are nobody walking around. So I think each and every individual who is a foreigner maybe must try to visit their ambassadors, which are here in South Africa, and have the proper documents so that this economy should go up. They have been contributing much. As in, like we are talking about the business early this morning, you can see it's quiet. Now they are not there. They are no longer there. Everything is quiet. So that indicates us that we need them here with their papers, proper documents, so that we can manage to make things.
South Africans are attacking black immigrants in the street, demanding they leave by June 30th. What about the white people? They own the whole country. When do they gotta leave? You worried about Ghanaians and shit. We don't even control our own economy. We definitely don't control yours. Nigerians, Ethiopians been killed, blocked from hospitals, schools. It's really capped because immigrants are only like 5% of South Africa. But I understand the desperation. I mean, Afrikaners own everything in SA. I don't even like that name. You just add a and now you think you're an African. It's the only time a hard R has ever made life easier for someone. They own 90% of the fucking wealth despite being 10% of the population. And the people are starving. Unemployment is 30%. It's easier to blame a Nigerian shopkeeper that you can see than it is to blame a corrupt mining conglomerate or an exploitative bank or a fucking white agricultural titan. They're forgetting that apartheid was not defeated alone. Mandela trained in Ethiopia. Tanzania held exile, so did Ghana. Zambia gave the ANC land. It's not so different from black Americans feeling like Latinos are the problem. Like, nigga, I hate to break it to you, but Mexicans don't own Cook County Jail. They not the judges. I sentence you to life in prison, wait. You need to be focused on the Afrikaners. Immigrants are not your problem. It's your master. He's the architect of your suffering. Motherfuckers getting ripe. I'm about to start selling orange juice. I don't know if you need a bottle.
Now, like me, many of you would have seen so many violent, brutal, visceral, physical attacks on black Africans by South Africans in this past week. I have never been more embarrassed by Africans than I have been in this past week by these stupid, politically illiterate, obtuse, bigoted, bastard of a people. Because are they mad? Should I tell you what's happening here? Black South Africans have called a meeting with Chinese, Indian, Pakistani, Bangladesh shop owners, business owners, to tell them not to hire black Africans going forward, that they must only hire black South Africans. First thing that jumps to mind is, aren't these people foreigners too? Or these Indians and Chinese and Pakistanis, they are more acceptable. But black Africans are not. Do you see that xenophobia? Their self-hatred. The stupidity of it all.
Which country do you come from?
I'm from Congo. Congo?
You're from Congo. What is the nearest country to Congo? if you're seeking refuge in South Africa because according to foreign policy,
you're supposed to
migrate to them. So you cannot come to South Africa, seek refuge in a wrong country and ask us questions, ma'am. No, the government.
Which government?
The government.
Which government? Which government?
He's in a hospital.
Let me tell you something. Shh. Keep quiet. We don't have time to reason with foreigners. Leave, my guy.
Let's go, ma'am.
No.
Let's go, ma'am.
Shush. Leave.
And then,
no, you don't
have the right.
No, you are not. Are you an immigration? Are you immigration?
She's attacking a Nigerian for having the right, the legal right, to work and live there. This is what happens when people don't know their history. This is what happens when ungrateful people are allowed to go unchecked. Because these attacks on black Africans who come from countries that supported South Africa all through apartheid, is a disgrace. These black South Africans, they should go and eat dust. They're a bloody disgrace. So many African countries supported South Africa in so many ways. Gave them money, refuge, training, military training, education, scholarships, diplomacy, and more. All these countries ensured that apartheid was not a local South Africa issue, but an African continental issue. And this is how these brutes, these politically illiterate, obtuse bigots, this is how they pay us back. And my question is, where's the bloody president of South Africa? Why aren't your police and military people out in force to stop this jungle injustice against black Africans? Because these bloody fools, these brutes, these politically obtuse brutes are not attacking the government that is corrupt and incompetent. They're not going to attack the white Africans who own 70% of their land wealth. They're not taking action against them. And I mean lawful, not this illegal bullshit that they're doing. They're not doing any of that. They're attacking black Africans.
We owe so much of our freedom to you. On behalf of South Africa, thank you, Nigeria.
There are a lot of illegal immigrants here in South Africa who are white people. Many of them are found in Cape Town. One of them the other day tweeted that I came to Cape Town for tourism 6 months. Yo, I can't believe I even stayed for more than 12 months. It's so nice. This thing can hear that he's saying it's illegal in the country, but it doesn't apply to white people. There was never an outrage on Twitter that she doesn't have visa. Had a black person said that, or my brother, the way is so nice here in Hillborough. I didn't even renew my visas. You will go home the following day. Our own people will go hunting for that person. But I looked at that thing of that white lady with interest, and I wanted to see what is going to be the reaction. Nothing.
Your ability to see or not see an immigrant changes dramatically with your standard of living and how things are going.
Mm-hmm.
I think people really take that for granted.
Yeah.
When you're doing well, when your economy is doing well, when things around you are doing well, you'll be shocked at how you don't notice immigrants. They're sort of silently existing in your world because things are going well, because you don't see them. You don't notice the guy at the corner shop has an accent in that way when you've got enough money and the prices are affordable and your wages have kept up.
Yeah.
You don't notice the immigrant in the hospital bed next to you when you're also getting care. You don't notice. But a system that is failing its people is inevitably going to have its people notice the people who are not, quote unquote, its people. Because they're like, wait, I don't understand. You're saying we don't even have enough for us.
Yeah.
Then why do we have enough for them? And I think of it genuinely through like the most personal lens. When we had food in my house, and my mom was always like, please go give those street kids this food, give that homeless guy this, give that. She did that her whole life. She still does that, right? I remember in my life when we were doing well in the house, like when we had a full fridge, I never noticed it. I would run over giddy to that guy and I'd give him bread and stew and some money. I didn't notice it. It's when my mom opened her purse when it was empty. took out her last 10 Rand note and said, go give it to that guy. And I was like, this woman has lost her goddamn mind. Genuinely.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think she's amazing for like doing that, but I won't lie to you. As a kid, I was like, nah, lady. I was like, that guy there, he should not be getting our money in any way, shape, but we have nothing.
Yeah.
And then she was like, no, you think we have nothing. We don't have nothing yet. He has nothing. We're just doing badly right now.
I think we need to be very careful about xenophobia. We need to understand that South Africa does not have a xenophobia problem. We have an Afrophobia problem. We have millions of Germans in the Western Cape. We have a lot of foreigners in this country, whether legally or illegally, who are not from Africa. They are not being discriminated against. They are not being chased out. This is an Afrophobia, and that needs to be addressed. In order for this African Union to be a success, this needs to be addressed. I think it was condemned by the African Union, but it needs to be taken a step further. Negotiations have to be had. We have to ask, how can we have collaborative border crossing investment, trade, intra-Africa trade, whatever it might be, on a collaborative term with good border management. There is no such thing as an illegal African in South Africa. Africa belongs to Africans.
So I'm calling for my African brothers. I'm going to facilitate. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to visit these countries. I'm going to visit you, my brothers and sisters, in your countries to revive the spirit of Africa, to revive the spirit of Ubuntu. You must fight for your countries. If they kill you, they must kill all of you. You can't be scared of that, because even me, every day, yesterday I came late in the march because I had an intelligence that some people were waiting somewhere for me. I had to change 2 vehicles so that I can get through the march. Because if I used my car to come to the march, I would have died yesterday. That's why I kept postponing the times, because the intelligence was telling me, Uguti, there's things that people are trying to do. And thanks to the police, thanks to the intelligence. And all those that are criticizing us, they don't know that we go through.
I stand before you to express my regret and to apologize for what has happened in our country. What has happened in South Africa goes against the principles of the unity of the African people that President Nelson Mandela stood for. That South Africans are not xenophobic. South Africans are not against nationals from other countries. We welcome people from other countries, and we are going to work very hard that we encourage and promote social cohesion of all the people of South Africa, working and living side by side with people from other parts of our continent.